we actually do hate John. No, I mean we don't hate John Deere. We just like Case more.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
It's time to start waking stuff up. Springtime. So, we're gonna try and wake up the road grader. But, number one, we think the throttle cable is froze, which is the fuel shut off, so we gotta free that up or disconnect it. And I gotta get some power service and some 911 in the tank because it's straight number 2 and it's below 15 degrees right now. So, I went to do that and the fuel cap was froze on. Stuck on. So, anyway, we'll break that loose and then try and get this thing started. It needs some work, so we got to get it in the shop first. Apparently we need more batteries like that and everything. I think we'll just sit back and read the comments on this one. We did obviously have it running, but we could never get it to build hydraulic oil pressure. We didn't get any steering, so this is what we had to resort to. It works. We were getting it to come into the shop to change transmission oil anyways, so.
Sure was forward thinking of the John Deere engineers to build a hitch that Case tractor could pull it in the shop with, but it wouldn't be possible without a leaky hydraulic valve to let that settle down. Yeah. So that it would be down on the ground when you hook onto it.
So John Deere's actually smarter than people think.
I'm surprised, I wonder who they actually stole that idea from.
I can't believe that it stayed down. I thought when you started lifting it up, it would just raise that up.
Well, the hydraulic cylinder must be fine. It's a leaky valve to let it settle. John Deere and the hydraulic remotes, right? We're only kidding. We actually do hate John. No, I mean we don't hate John Deere. We just like Case more.
I love John Deere.
Gonna put new filters in that and new oil. That oil is also the hydraulic oil, I believe. So there's a hydraulic filter and a transmission filter we got ordered. And we gotta fix the cable for the clutch, which looks like quite the challenge to get that all routed out and back in and whatever. So that's why this is in here. We'll get to that later. We're gonna go clean some more seed today. Well, this should be the last seed we have to clean this year before seeding starts. This is our last variety of spring wheat. We did one variety yesterday and did some other stuff around here. Got some peas dumped in a bin. All that taken care of. Just had to do some shuffling to make room. But this bench cleaner can clean it all. It's done peas, barley, oats, winter wheat, spring wheat, and it can do lentils, it can do flax, it can do everything. Really handy, real versatile. Just gotta change those screens out, adjust the airflow, adjust how fast you run through the machine. Really cool machine. We bought this one last year, or last fall, and really like it. Really handy tool to have on the farm. So if you haven't seen how these machines work, we'll show you. So the first adjustment we have is the speed rate. Just turn this and adjust how fast the drain falls down into there. We have two air adjustments. This is what we're pulling off to begin with. A few light stuff or whatever, and then this is the air that comes off back there once it's all gone clean. You can see it coming through there. So then we have a top screen that takes all the big stuff off, and that slides off the top. And then down there, that's the bottom screen. So it'll take whatever comes off the top, put that out the side. It can come out this side too with the small screenings, but we separate them. Those grasshoppers make great chicken feed. We're gonna run those off that side. And then here's some of the screenings. This is a mixture of air, bottom, and that all comes through there. Clean is right here. Yeah, really cool machine. Lots of adjustments, lots of different crops it can run. So, been very, very useful tool. We've cleaned seed with one of these cleaners for quite a few years, and the neighbor was going to buy another trailer. We've got two of these cleaners set up on a trailer, and so we bought this one from him. And it works really good. Starting to get a little more spring-like around here. It's still cold out, but that sun's got some serious power to it. I mean, it is March 30th already. Lots of water running. It's already cut through underneath the pile there. It's just backed up a little bit. Cleaning's done. We do need to keep these bins final position set up there, and then 2 loads of fertilizer tomorrow are coming. We're gonna put a load in each of these first 2 bins, and then the seed that we cleaned into the super bees are gonna go into the 3rd bin tomorrow morning before the trucks get here. That way, we got high winds coming. We don't want these things to tip over, and it's ground's too froze to put anchors in. So best way to anchor them is put some weight in them. So you can see they're not quite lined up with each other. They're close, but not quite. See that? So I think we'll end up using the payloader. I tried using the skid steer. Not quite enough traction. So be surprised that you can move with a skid steer when you're pushing, but not enough. Little frosty this morning. And one more. Let me check the batteries off. I know. We should have plugged those in. I didn't think it was going to get that cold tonight. I just did the auger shuffle, got the new one unhooked and got the old one for fertilizer hooked up to unload the first load that showed up over here. Well, the fertilizer is unloaded. We had some troubles though. It took a while to get it unloaded. And stalled the tractor is what happened, I guess. So had to pull the bolt out because I could not get the chain link apart that connects the swing away part of the auger. So anyways, got that all taken care of, and it is a pretty nice day out. It's about 40 degrees out, and snow is starting to melt. Hey, look at that! Even got some bare spots starting to show up already. I think the snow's all gonna melt pretty quick once we get some consistent warm days. It's gonna melt off pretty quick. The ground underneath seems to be not froze very deep either, so I think the frost is gonna come up pretty quick. So. Little flood control in the yard, right, Macy? Try and get some of the water to drain. So much more traction than the tires do. So nice, big improvement in the skid steers, that's for sure.
We have cable issues on this. They keep freezing up. They're thawed out because it was in the shop over the weekend, but Tony got it out, ran it, and we're gonna drain the transmission oil. And while he was out running around, the throttle cable froze back up, so we definitely have some cable issues. But I'm gonna crawl under there and drain the transmission oil, see how much of a mess I can make. Oh, that thing is super tight. Of course, I wasn't smart enough to bring a rag with me, so if I make a mess on my hands, I'm just stuck with it. There's supposed to be a screen in here, and that's what we think is plugged and causing us some problems. I can feel the screen. Well, we'll let that drain for a little bit. Get a rag and see if I can't figure out how to get that screen out. Okay, so I went ahead and removed the vertical plug, and not a whole lot of oil came out, but I stuck my finger up in there and felt nothing but metal. So I'm recording this just to see if it's interesting or not. I don't know what's up in there. But there was not a lot of oil coming out. There should have been a lot more oil than what was in there. And I don't know if that's the screen or if that's metal blocking the drain hole. That's what I'm afraid it is. It feels like chunks. Big chunks. Ooh, no. Yummy. I don't know if you can see the chunks on my finger. That's not good. I think that's the screen that I'm feeling though too, so still can't figure out how to get that screen out of there. And As soon as I get a chance, I'll talk to Tony about it and see. You would think I would have been able to slide that screen out, but I don't know. We'll let that run for a little while and see what we get. Alright, here's my other option. There's a third drain plug back here. Maybe it won't be in the screen. Water. Ah, we've got oil coming out. That's better. Well, some of the chunks fell off, but yeah, some gnarly stuff in there. So, screen's out. We think it's clutch plates, clutch plates just disintegrating. So, we may be looking at pulling a transmission. We're doing some research on that now. I'm going to flush some diesel fuel through there to try and flush some more of these chunks out, because there's a lot down in the bottom that I can feel by sticking a finger in there, but I don't know for sure, and I cannot just get them to all come out. So we'll try and add some fuel to it, flush them out the bottom. Big old chunk come out. That'll plug a screen. And I pulled the plug on the transmission filter. There's some color in it. That's pretty much what it looked like coming out of the transmission too, so there's obviously no big chunks. That's what I have the paper towel down there for, is to catch it, see if anything big fell out. Nothing yet. Might still be some in there, we'll find out. What a mess. Screen actually looks relatively clean, and so does the canister, so I don't know what to think. Screen and the canister look fine. I think it's just the chunks down in the bottom of the transmission from that pressure plate just kind of disintegrating over time, plugging up this screen, allowing stuff not to function, not pull enough oil through, and so it's just a matter of flushing the transmission, I guess. But I don't know. All I know is I made a mess of diesel fuel and transmission oil all over me and the camera.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, farm hard, pray harder.
See you next video.